All right, let's talk about something that's really changing the game for a lot of US firms. We're talking about outsourcing bookkeeping to India. Now, this isn't just some passing trend. For a growing number of businesses, it's becoming a secret weapon, a real competitive advantage. And today, we're going to break down exactly why.
I mean, just think about that for a second. You close your laptop at 6 p.m., and when you wake up, boom, the work is done. This really hits on a feeling we all know, right? That constant pressure, the feeling that the work never ever ends. This simple idea, though, hints at a solution. What if your business could keep running productively even while you're asleep?
So, what are we actually talking about here? Let's be clear. This isn't about just handing over the keys to your business. Not at all. It's about smartly delegating those repetitive but totally crucial financial tasks. Think data entries, payroll, reports, all that stuff. You're still the one calling the shots. You set the rules, you define the workflow, and you get this incredible team of professionals who basically plug right into your existing operation.
Okay, so the big question is, why India? Of all the places in the world, why has India become such a hub for this? Well, it's not random. There are some really solid, powerful reasons behind this shift. So let's dive into the 4 main advantages that are making this happen.
All right, so it really comes down to these 4 things. First up, and it's a big one, is the cost. We're talking major savings, and we'll get to the specifics in a sec. But it's not just about money. You also get access to this massive pool of super skilled professionals, people who really know their stuff when it comes to US accounting standards. Then there's the time zone advantage, which is frankly a game changer. Your work gets done while you sleep. And finally, scalability. Imagine being able to easily ramp up for tax season without the headache of hiring full-time staff. You put all 4 of those together, and that is a seriously powerful combo.
Okay, let's talk numbers, because this is pretty mind-blowing. We are talking about saving anywhere from 40 to 70%. Let that sink in for a minute. And this is so important, this isn't just a cheaper salary. No, that number includes everything: benefits, office space, payroll taxes, you name it. All those hidden costs of hiring someone in-house. A saving like that isn't just trimming the budget. It can completely transform a company's bottom line.
So the benefits are obviously huge. But you might be thinking, okay, this sounds great in theory, but how on earth do I actually do it? It sounds complicated. And yeah, it can seem a little intimidating at first. But the good news is there's a well-worn path, a proven roadmap that makes this whole transition way smoother than you'd think.
So a successful shift really comes down to following these steps. You've got to start by figuring out exactly what you want to outsource. That's your scope. Then you set your standards, get your tech and tools aligned. But listen, the 2 most critical pieces of this puzzle: communication and data security. You have to nail those. If you have a solid plan for how you'll talk to each other and you know your data is locked down tight, you're set. The bottom line is, this isn't about crossing your fingers and hoping for the best. It's a structured process, and if you follow it, it works.
Okay, let's get real for a second. The idea of sending your company's financial work halfway around the world, it can be a little scary, right? It brings up some totally valid questions and concerns. So instead of ignoring them, let's just tackle the biggest fears head on. Let's look at the common worries versus what the reality actually looks like when this is done right.
This is the big one, right? The fear that you're going to lose control of your own company. But here's the reality. You're outsourcing the doing, not the deciding. All the big picture, strategic decisions, those stay with you. Your team in India is there to execute the plan you've laid out. Think of it this way. You're still the architect, they're the expert builders making your blueprint a reality. You are always, always in the driver's seat.
All right, next concern, will the quality of the work drop? It's a fair question. But look, we're not talking about hiring some random person off the internet to do data entry. The reputable firms you partner with in India, they employ highly trained professionals. These people are specialists in US accounting rules, things like GAAP and IRS guidelines. It's what they do. And honestly, because they are so specialized, the level of accuracy can often be even higher than what you'd get in-house.
And what about communication? Isn't it going to be a nightmare trying to coordinate with a team in a different time zone? That's a common myth, but it's just not the case anymore. First off, the level of English proficiency is incredibly high. But even more important is the process. Everything is built around clear, structured communication. We're talking regular video check-ins, detailed reports, shared platforms like Slack or Teams. It's all designed to make working together totally seamless. And of course, we have to talk about the money. Is this one of those things where there are a bunch of hidden costs that pop up later? It's a worry with any business deal. But here's the thing. With a good professional partner, transparency is key. Everything is defined and agreed upon right from the start. You get a clear scope of work, a clear pricing model, and that's it. No surprises, no hidden fees. You know exactly what you're getting and exactly what it's going to cost.
So, once you start to peel back those layers of concern and see the reality, something really interesting happens. You start to realize that this isn't just about saving a few bucks. It's so much bigger than that. This is a real, high-level, strategic move.
And really, this is the core idea, the big takeaway. When you outsource all that essential but time-consuming day-to-day bookkeeping, what do you get back? You get back your team's time. You free up your best people in the US to stop chasing down numbers and start focusing on what really matters, advising clients, growing the business, and thinking strategically. That's where the real value is.
So that leaves us with one final big question for you to think about. In today's world where everyone's trying to be more efficient and more strategic, could it be that the biggest key to unlocking your company's growth isn't down the street, but on the other side of the world? It's a powerful thought, for sure.